Today's session, I thought of doing something on patience in line with Wesak Day. And so the opposite of patience is impatience. And if we kind of peel the layers down to look at impatience, it's really that desire to get to somewhere where the mind thinks it's pleasant, or the desire to run away from something that is unpleasant. And so that causes us to feel impatient. And so today's practice is inspired by Rumi's writing on patience, and I'll read that writing towards the end. So the invitation really is to, as we are sitting through this practice, and if you're starting to feel uncomfortable in the sense like maybe getting impatient or getting bored or getting sleepy, which is quite common and very normal and natural, the invitation is to then really examine and really notice, is there anything pleasant around that feeling of unpleasantness? Is there something else that you could be noticing? And so this is the essence of today's practice. So just, well, I'd like to invite you now to kind of get into a comfortable posture. You can stand up if you wish, or you can lie down, assuming a position that is comfortable for you, that will, allow you to stay awake and not asleep. And you may also close your eyes or keep your eyes open, or just softening your gaze, just lowering your gaze, just looking down the floor or the table, whichever that works for you. Okay, so now allowing yourself to arrive in the current moment, settling into the body. And if you're sitting, just feeling the feet on the floor, if you have placed your feet on the floor, or just sitting cross-legged, and just noticing the position of your legs, how you've tucked your legs under your lap. Noticing, sensing your posture as best as you can, sitting upright, feeling the spine, noticing the placement of your hands, your fingers. Are they on your lap, or are they on your kneecaps? And feeling the contact of your body, the buttocks sitting on the chair or on your yoga mat. Allowing your weight to just settle down, settle in. The mind may be wandering, going from one activity to another, or maybe having thoughts about this practice. Acknowledging those thoughts. It's very normal and very natural to have thoughts, to have judgment, or to feel restless. And just very gently bringing the mind back to the body as it sits on the chair, or if you're standing up or lying down. Feeling the weight of the body. Feeling the gravity. And now directing the attention to the breath, to the physical sensations of breathing. Very gently noticing as you're taking an in-breath and then releasing, exhaling. Taking your time and just breathing in your normal pace. or whatever pace that works for you right now. Giving yourself permission to just connect with the breath. Giving yourself permission to be patient with the breath. As you're breathing in, and just noticing the sensations in the body, perhaps around the chest area, down to the belly. As you're breathing in, the stomach expands and then contracts as you're breathing out. Some thoughts may be arising, playing like a tape in the mind. And just noticing those thoughts, and just letting them be, and bringing your attention and anchoring it on the breath. Even if the thoughts are very sticky, very persuasive, demanding you do something like open your eyes or check the time, just noticing that and very patiently bringing your mind back to the breath and to the stomach as it expands and contracts with each in-breath and out-breath. Just dropping in and just noticing the expansion of the belly, the wall, the muscle wall, and the contraction, gentle contraction. If you're having a cold or you're having some sinus issues and it's difficult to breathe, you may use a contact point as your anchor, like bum on the chair or feet on the floor, and using that as your anchor, as your point of attention. Now you may start noticing many things happening, like maybe thoughts, maybe some emotions as well, or some physical sensations, or maybe an impulse to do something. The invitation is to just notice them, allowing yourself to be patient. And if there's anything that is arising for you that seems difficult or uncomfortable or unpleasant, like feeling very irritated or annoyed or sad or feeling empty, just noticing and acknowledging that, not needing to push that away, but just simply just watching those feelings. And also noticing if there's anything else beyond those feelings. Is there anything else that may be overlooked Maybe the gentle breeze on our face, or voices of loved ones outside our room, or the gentle sound of activity, or the pleasant temperature of the room. And holding that in awareness as well. Allowing ourselves to just sit with the pleasant and whatever that may be unpleasant that is arising. So in this practice, it's about cultivating patience, and peeling the layers of impatience by also seeing what else is there for us. Perhaps the feeling of security of the floor beneath our feet, or an appreciation for our body, for our health. As we are connecting with the breath and the body, and simply just having the privilege of time to just sit here and to embrace our humanity. And if there's that impulse to want to check your messages or check time, or even to move slightly, or to even open your eyes, just noticing that impulse and allowing yourself to just wait and see if you need to react to that impulse. Just watch that feeling come and just watching it go. Allowing yourself not to react. Or if there are any difficult emotions that you may be experiencing or feeling unpleasant, as best as you can, just allowing yourself to just watch those emotions. Acknowledging there's always ups and downs in life. Or maybe there are no particularly strong emotions and just simply feeling very peaceful and calm. And then just sitting with that with patience. And if you're feeling impatient, for example, just noticing how that feels like. Where's that felt? Is it a label? Is it an interpretation? Is it a thought? Is it felt in the chest or in the stomach? Maybe in the hands? Is this a familiar feeling? Does this tend to show up in other parts of our life? How does it show up? And just breathing in, breathing out, along with that feeling of impatience or your grumpiness or frustration. Just breathing in, breathing out, just watching those emotions without needing to dwell on them, but just watching them come and go. Acknowledging, releasing, coming back to the breath, to the belly. Now noticing what is pleasant about this practice. Or if there's that feeling of needing to get to work now or get to work soon or to cook lunch, just noticing that impulse. Just watching that, letting that go, letting it pass on its own. Just breathing in, relaxing into that sensation, and breathing out. And now from connecting from the belly, we expand the attention to the body as a whole. Just feeling the body, the posture, back to the placement of your legs, your feet, your hands, your facial features. Are they tight or are they soft? How about the neck area? Is it soft or tight? Just noticing that, letting that go by breathing in, breathing out into the sensation and out of the sensation. Or maybe the tightness in the chest area, and noticing that, acknowledging that it's okay to have that feeling. Just breathing out. And as you rest in awareness of the body as a whole, I shall read you this short excerpt by Rumi, Persian poet. Patience is not sitting and waiting. It is foreseeing. It is looking at the thorn and seeing the rose, looking at the night and seeing the day. Lovers are patient and know that the moon needs time to become full, by Rumi. And so just for a couple more minutes, just sitting in silence with patience, allowing yourself to feel patient, giving yourself permission to just sit here for a while before rushing the next few moments of the day with the next thing on your to-do list. Staying engaged with the present moment in silence. Okay, and as we slowly end this practice, taking your time to arrive into the Zoom space again. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And thank you so much for your time here today, for your presence.